This is a land of yogis, this is a land of meditators, and if we come to this space with an openness, with space and time to absorb, then there is a quality here that can open up your heart and make absorbing wisdom easier. I am in Rishikesh with the Ganga behind me, and this is probably one of those spots in the world where I feel the deepest connection. I speak to people and a lot of people tell me we go to Rishikesh for a couple of days, we see all the important sites, what else is there to do? This is a land of yogis, this is a land of meditators, and if we come to this space with an openness, with space and time to absorb, then there is a quality here that can open up your heart and make absorbing wisdom easier. I always recommend that people come here not for 2, 3, 5 days, but take at least a week or 10 days with no agenda. Even sightseeing should not really be on the agenda. Maybe you can see a few things 1 or 2 days, but that shouldn't be your agenda. Or doing an adventure sport should not be your agenda. The doing, the consuming mindset has to be kept aside. And then there are hundreds of spots near the river where you can just sit and be. And you can just sit in these spots, read. Maybe you can read books of teachers, gurus, do your pranayam practice, spread a mat, do your yoga practice, meditate. You can spend hours near the river just doing your practice. Hours contemplating on your life, your alignment with your life. What are you moving towards? Is there even a purpose to what you're moving towards? Are you living in alignment with your values? What are your values even? What would your ideal life look like? There are so many things to contemplate. And when I say what does your ideal life look like, I'm not talking in terms of riches or in terms of what you're supposed to get. I'm talking in terms of what is it that you truly want. If you truly want happiness, are you walking that path of happiness? If you truly want peace and rest, then if you're hustling in life, you're not going to find peace and rest. It's not possible that the path we walk is one of aggression and violence and hustle, but the destination that we want is peaceful and silent and patient and easy. It's not possible. The path has to reflect the destination. If you want peace, you have to find how to be peaceful in this moment, here and now. And this place is excellent at being able to support this kind of contemplative practice, to support this kind of internalizing, to really spend time in knowing yourself. So, and for Indians especially, I mean, people all over the world are here, but for Indians especially, it's just here. And if we as Indians don't make use of these resources that we have, and we have so many of them in India, Rishikesh is one of them, and in my understanding or the way I feel is one of the most powerful ones. If we don't do this and don't use this resource, I think we are letting go of a real opportunity in life for deep churn and questioning, which is so important to our lives. So I hope you will find it in your heart to come to Rishikesh, to spend quiet, peaceful time with yourself, and you will take this opportunity up. Of course, there are many yoga centers, you can do some yoga classes, but don't come with an agenda, don't get busy, just take it easy, give yourself a lot of open space, not knowing what to do, and then you'll actually know what to do.